Welcome. This is Elder Pride. I want to invite you to meet someone that we have admired for quite some time here at Elder Pride, author Deborah Perdue. Deborah, welcome to our podcast. Thank you for joining us. This is the month of November. This is the time for gratitude and Thanksgiving, and I give thanks that you have joined us today for this broadcast. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Reverend Jack. I'm very pleased to be here and to share what I know about gratitude and why it's such a potent a thing to practice in life that helps you with more joy and more peace.
And this is the time of year when gratitude naturally comes to many of us. I mean, we often think about Thanksgiving and we think about the harvest, we think about the time of year and being reflective of what gratitude can make available to us. But one of the things that I know that is true for you is gratitude is a part of your everyday life, and probably I would say your every breath you take. So, talk to us a little bit about how you got started on this journey of
Okay.
recognizing the value of gratitude in your life.
Okay. Well, sometime in the early 2000 decade, I had a minister at one of the CSLs hand each of the people a blank journal. And she asked us to write 5 things a day for 40 days that we were grateful for. And I'm always trying to do my best, so I did it very religiously. And she claimed that we would exponentially feel better, that we'd be happier and filled with more joy. And I found it to be true. And then the next year she did it again, and I found it even more true. And so then I thought, because I'm actually a book designer and I have someone who does illustrations, I thought that why don't we give the world a gratitude journal that has beautiful pictures, inspiring sayings from me, and then places for the people to write. And that's really what launched my career as an author. And then since then, I've written several other books.
How many books in total have you written?
I'm on my 6th one now because of the brand new one. Should I
So
show
tell
it?
me about the nexus of the brand new book. We're all anticipating it. I know you have a copy of it. Can you show us the cover
Yeah.
and tell us a little bit about it
Yes.
and why volume 2 is a part of your life?
Yeah.
Good.
So what happened was you have the volume 1 over there. I see it. And I have been writing the white one. The white one is volume 1. Yeah.
Got it.
That's a 365-day guide too. And I wrote that one because 7 or 8 years ago, I started my gratitude email list, and I offer them every day, Monday through Friday, free to people. And I found extra inspiring ones to put into the first book. And then quite a few people have used that book every day, more than 1 year even, which makes me really happy. And so a couple of them said right at the same time this year, what about volume 2, Deborah? And so I did decide to do a volume 2, and that one is gratitudes from 2017 through 2021. And there's 365 days again. And then the other great thing about the new book is I was able to put in color photographs on every page from ones that I've done and other ones that I gathered that are okay to use in a book. And so it has beautiful, inspiring photos as well as the gratitude messages. So I'm real happy about this second one.
Very nice. I have a question for you. Talk a little bit about the benefit of actually writing down what it is that we're grateful for,
Right,
as opposed to just thinking about it. Because I have often
right.
heard people say, well, I think about before I go to sleep every night, everything that I'm grateful for. But I know that there's
Yeah.
also a way of making a permanent impress on your mind when you write something down. Tell me about that.
Yeah. So what I found through even starting that a long time ago writing them down is that it really solidifies it in a more powerful way, I think, when you write it down. And you may start with a list of just one word, just 5 things that you're grateful for, like my husband, my dogs, etc., Center for Spiritual Living, and then you can, as you go along writing things, and you can even expand and have paragraphs about each thing. And it's just really a super powerful way to make gratitude part of your life and to really extra appreciate the things that you already knew you were grateful for in your mind.
So have you had the opportunity to look back at a past entry in your journal for something that you were grateful for and think, oh my, I had completely forgotten about that one, and look how my life has transformed because of it?
Yeah, in general, that happens all the time. I do sometimes take my journals out and re-look at them, and it's really just beautiful to see. The other thing that's kind of amazing is to do, I do a gratitude letter sometimes, and I do things I'm grateful for now, and then I also project into the future and say things I'm going to be grateful for, and that is really amazing to watch things transpire that you acted as if they were true, and then they later on became true. I found that's another really amazing gratitude practice.
That's a wonderful practice. And one of the things that you kind of enticed me with, I think that, as we're approaching the holidays and, even to be just into the new year on the right footing, a gratitude letter. Let's talk about that for a moment. Who would be the perfect recipient for a gratitude letter? And what would be kind of the context of that letter? What type of thing would you include in it? Because I think it would be wonderful to receive a holiday greeting that was a letter of gratitude for someone, from someone.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think of that's spurring me on with enthusiasm about doing it this year too, because really you could send it to beautiful friends that you have. That would just make someone's day to receive a lot of different things that you're thankful for about them, or your partner, or sisters. And, I have sisters I'm very close to send them a letter of gratitude. Also, this might sound a little woo-woo, but you can even do a letter to God or your higher power and thank life for all that it offers you. That's another way that you can't send that one out, obviously. You can't mail that one, but that's a very powerful way to express gratitude too.
You may not be able to mail it out, but you can certainly, mail it to yourself. So write that letter
Yeah, right.
to your higher power, God, and then put a stamp on it and mail it to yourself so that you have
Good
the
idea.
embodiment to receive it. And one of the other
Yeah,
things
that's a
that
great idea.
come to my mind, with this is the opportunity to also offer a letter of gratitude anonymously.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Wouldn't that be amazing? I love that.
And in a few centers that I have worked in before, one of the things that they kind of do for just a kind of a fun thing in the community
Hmm.
is you have a secret prayer partner for the year.
Hmm.
So I receive a notice at the first of the year saying that my secret prayer partner for the year is Deborah. So what I
Hmm.
would do is every day you're in my prayers, but on your
Yeah.
birthday you get a card, randomly and spontaneously throughout the
Beautiful.
year, you will get a random anonymous letter of gratitude and praise. And
Oh,
then
I
at
love that.
Thanksgiving time, it's revealed who your secret partner was.
Oh, that is
And
really nice.
it's a great practice that you can do wherever you are. So if you're
Hmm.
someone living in an assisted living facility, maybe plant that
Hmm.
idea or that that thought in your community, for the next year. And it really shows that I see you. I
Yeah.
understand and I have empathy for where you're at in your life at this particular point in time.
Yeah. I love that idea. Wow.
Yes,
Thank you.
lots of ideas. Now, how if someone wanted to receive your daily email of affirmations, how do they sign
Mhm.
up for that? How do you make that connection?
So I have a website, which is www.graceofgratitude.com. And they could also email me, dperdue@graceofgratitude.com, and ask to be put on the mailing list. But on the website, there's actually on the homepage a place you can click, and then it gives you an email with the same outcome. Yeah, I
Gotcha.
love to have new subscribers. Yeah.
Well, what we will do is we will make sure that we have the links at elderprideforme.org so that folks can
Okay.
go there and immediately click on your link and get information. Now let's talk about if they want to purchase your books. What books are still available for purchase? How do they go about purchasing it? And how do they pre-order or get in line for volume 2?
Right. So all of the 5 books that I've already published are on graceofgratitude.com. So if they go to retail, they can buy them there. And I offer free shipping, and I like it best when people order right from there. And I will actually autograph the book if they can put that as a note when they order. The orders come to me. But also everything's on Amazon.com as well. And I don't yet have a pre-order link for my new book, but I will very soon. So maybe you could add that in the next couple weeks when I get it, Reverend Jack?
Absolutely.
Okay.
We'll be sure to update the website with that. But I wanted to plant
Okay.
that seed because this is the perfect time of year when folks are looking for unique holiday gifts and, what can I
Yeah.
give to somebody that will make a difference? And so I always love the gift of a book, and
Yeah.
especially a gift of a journal. I have a collection of journals that I've received over the years, and sometimes I'll put the journal away for a while, and then,
Mm-hmm.
I'll be taking a new class or reading another book, and it's like, oh, I want a journal to go along with this. And I kind of have a little
Yeah.
library of blank journals that I can draw from. And that's such a refresh because you get, oh, this is the perfect one for the perfect time of now with
Yeah.
journaling.
Yes.
Another thing that I
So
want to
that,
offer about journaling, and then I'll get right to you with it, as we are preparing as elders in life, our legacy,
mm-hmm.
what we
Mm-hmm.
want to be known for, remembered for, think about the discovery of the journals of what it is that we're grateful for. And what a wonderful
Mm-hmm.
way to be remembered, by folks.
Yeah,
And so I really
that's
encourage
right.
folks, to really do that journaling. Now, I stepped on your words. Tell me what you were going to say.
So all I wanted to say was that that blue Grace of Gratitude journal that you have there has really beautiful original watercolors in it, and then places for the people to write. And it's just really, that makes a beautiful gift, a gorgeous gift to give to someone or yourself.
So tell me about the illustrator. Who was the artist? Where did the illustrations come from?
A long time ago, she's my friend and my business associate artist, Tara Thalen, who actually lives in Holland, but is an American. She emailed me asking if I ever need illustrations for book design for my book covers, because that's what I do for my day job. And I didn't, right on the very same day, someone asked me if I had an illustrator for book covers. So we connected, and we've been working with each other all along, all this time. And she actually donated these beautiful illustrations to the first Grace of Gratitude journal. And I think she's just really an exquisite artist. And yeah.
So how did the title, The Grace of Gratitude, come to you?
I think that I just thought about how I gain a lot of grace when I'm feeling grateful. It kind of just came to me spontaneously, and it felt good and right. And so I went with it. And I've seen a couple people's Amazon reviews where they said they thought that it might be too religious because grace, it's kind of associated with the traditional Christian faith. But it's not traditional Christian, it's spiritual is what it is. So I came up with it, I like it, and I just kept using it after that.
Very good. So having come through this and quite frankly, still in a bit of this thing that we've called the pandemic of COVID-19, what has been the thing that you have been most grateful for the last 19, 20 months?
I have something that's very powerful that came to be because of the COVID situation. I always teach spiritual classes in person at the Grants Pass Center for Spiritual Living. However, then of course we couldn't because it closed down. And so I started offering Zoom classes to my gratitude subscribers, and people signed up. And now I'm teaching Zoom classes, spiritual classes, they're book studies really, to all these people. And even people from other parts of the world like South Africa and England have wanted to join, but the time zone doesn't work out for them. But that's been really exciting because I've had people from Texas, New York, Oakland, California, which is how I found out about Heart and Soul, and all kinds of people join. And it's just really, that's definitely the biggest benefit that's come out of COVID 2020 for me, is being able to teach, because I love to teach.
I agree with that. Yeah, my experience has been too, because I love being in the room with people when I teach. And I had a real consideration that there would be a shift in energy. But one of the things that I picked up on really quickly is when you teach via Zoom and you put it on gallery format, suddenly you can see everyone's face at once. And when you're the facilitator in front of a live room, you're never that close. You never had that opportunity to really pick up on the facial expression and to notice what people are noticing, and to have that experience. And so there has been a real gift in the opportunity for being willing to shift how we approach the technology and not to be afraid of it, and to really see the gifts that it has. So what's your next class? What's the next class you're going to be teaching that you have coming up?
The next class is a Mark Nepo book study. I love Mark Nepo. He's such a gifted, heartfelt, wondrous writer, I believe. And so I think I've read every book of his, but we're going to use the Book of Soul, and we're going to use the Book of Awakening. And I'm going to pick passages from each and have everyone do them at home, and then come back together and talk about them and do some of the practices, because he always says, try this. He always has practices. And I've got to admit, when I'm reading it by myself, I often don't do them. And I just think it'll be really beautiful to do the practices together. And we'll probably have breakout rooms, which are really great too. That starts November 10th, Wednesday, November 10th, 3:30 to 5.
Okay. And that information is also available on your website?
I don't think it's there yet, but I'll get it up there really soon.
Okay,
I have a flyer that I send out.
All right, we'll take a photo of the flyer and we'll post it too. Because again, I want folks to be well prepared for transcending the next several weeks of the holidays. Because again, if you want to, we teach, if you want to change your life, you got to change your thinking. And a part of changing your thinking is being prepared for what is ahead. And so
Yes.
as you feel whether you really want to be together with people this holiday or whether it's like, no, I'm going to wait a minute, I'm going to ease into this, you still want to fill yourself with activities that will help you transcend
Yes.
this time of year so that you're ready for a brand new year and a brand new start come January 1st.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, Deborah, I want to thank you for joining us today, for talking about the books, for talking about gratitude. It is, again, the perfect time of year. I want to let you know how absolutely we appreciate you. We see you, we love you, and we thank God that you've come into our life and that you can take what it is that you have available and share it with our community because gratitude is what it's about. It is absolutely what it's about. Thank you so much, Deborah, for joining us.
Thank you, Reverend Jack. I'm just so grateful to be here.